in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. In this reaction video, I want to play a few clips to tell you why I personally believe that every man must learn how to control his woman. Even if she gets upset at him. I said control your woman. I didn't say enslave her, but control her. And this video is for educational purposes. Now let me get to the clips, man. Hold on 1 second. Boom. Now I want you to see how a man controls and disciplines his woman when she is out of pocket in this clip. Like I always tell you, let's get it.
Hush your mouth. Why you lying? That's why a lot of people got hold of that because they run him out, don't even run him out. She gonna give your money back and you walk the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want that now. She getting your money back, so what you started talking for? Oh, that's just dumb, ignorant. Yeah, all right, you don't want to hear, but the truth is the truth. You realize what it is. Okay, you hollering her, you hollering folks. All right, I'm telling you, if they give you your money back, you shut up and get the fuck up out of here. All right, then. Now shut up.
That gentleman told his woman to shut up. You see, women think a man being like that, being loud, authoritative over his woman, as if she is his property, they find that offensive. If that man didn't jump in that situation because his wife was going back and forth with an employee over there, that situation could have escalated. There could have been some law, some police involvement. There could have been a fight. You know how most of these black women fight in chain restaurants now. He told her to shut the hell up. You got your money back. Now let's go. But modern day black women don't want to let things go. What they want to do is escalate the situation. So women don't want to hear this, but you belong to your man. You are your man's property. If he puts his last name on you, that means you belong to him. I did not say you was a slave, but you belong to him. Everything that's in your name belongs to you. Your car note that's in your name, your truck note that's in your name, your house, your mortgage that is in your name, your rent that is in your name. These are things that belong to you or show that you have some type of ownership of. So if a man puts his last name on you, you shut up, you be submissive, and you follow his vision, you follow his lead if he is a quality man. And the problem is women don't want to be humble enough to submit to the authoritative position of men. Now, I want you to hear what this woman has to say next, because women don't want to be controlled, but they want to control men. They are looking for simps. They are looking for suckers. They are looking for beta males. But let's go ahead and hear what this lady got to say. Let's get it. And oh yeah, hit the notification bell. Once you do that, select the option that says all. That way you will be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it? Let's get it.
You can't fix a problem with somebody who's addicted to chaos. You can't build anything with a woman who thinks being right is more important than being happy. Some of y'all don't want solutions. You want control. You don't want to grow. You want to dominate. You don't want to understand your man. You want to win an argument. That's not strength, sweetheart. That's pride. And pride is the reason why peace never lasts in your relationships. Because peace feels boring when you addicted to dysfunction.
And she is right. Women do not want solutions. They want to be in control. When a woman wants to be controlled, then she cannot be led. Do you understand me? Leadership consists of control. Everyone who has a supervisor, a CEO, someone that is in management, someone that is standing in a supervisory position over them is controlled to some degree, because that person can assign tasks to you, controlling your movements, controlling the POA, the plan, or I think it's a plan of the day, POD, plan of the day. I think how it was in the military. I can't remember, been so long since I've been in the military, but they can tell you when to take your lunch break, when to take your breaks, when to show up at work, and when to leave to work. That is control. So when a woman gets into a relationship, she must understand that she must humble herself and become subservient to that man. She must learn how to follow his direction. You should never get serious with a woman who questions your authority. You should never get serious with a woman who gives you lip, who talks back, who doubts you. You should never get involved with a woman that is already in opposition to any decision that you make. If she's not willing to follow you, you get rid of her. She has to get on your program, gentlemen. If she's not going to get on your program, why do you have her there? Is she a benefit or a detriment? Why is she there? Because gentlemen work too hard to become the best alpha versions of themselves, the best productive versions of themselves. To have a woman that's going to be dead weight. A woman becomes dead weight when she does not allow herself to be controlled by her man. There have been many men who have lost their lives in these streets over a woman that could not be controlled. In the words of that great comedian Earthquake, that's his name, he says, there's only two things you can do when you are in love with an uncontrollable woman. One, accept the love that she gives. And two, walk away. And that's what it is. A lot of men are in love, enamored, infatuated, obsessed with women that they cannot control. So therefore they are stressed, they are depressed, they are being bled out their resources, all kinds of things. You only seek women that are controllable. And controllable women are feminine women. They are submissive women. They are kind women. They are considerate women. There are women who have domestic skills, cook, clean. There are women who understand how to appreciate the presence of a man. These are the type of women that men must seek after, and these are the type of personality traits or attributes that a woman should show up with when she is serious about dating a man and looking for marriage or looking for someone to come into her life and better her. Because men work too hard. And when you got a man who worked too hard, when you got a man who is successful, everyone benefits from that man regardless, because they get the overflow. If a man has his own house, she gonna want to move in there. If a man has money and she's with that man, if she get a flat tire, he's probably gonna pay for it. He's gonna take care of her. She's going to receive the overflow only if she is controllable. A lot of you men are giving women all of this stuff who cannot be controlled by you. Let's keep going.
Many women think that submission is weakness, but it's not. It's emotional maturity. It's knowing when to lead and when to listen. When to move from love, not ego. Submission don't mean you're beneath him. It means you're in sync with him. It's choosing to protect your peace rather than trying to prove a point.
Now, she was right on the money when she said that submission does not mean that you're lower than him. It means that you are in sync with him. That means that you flow with him. You understand that? I think the word, how they say the North Star, if I'm saying that right, I don't know what star it is, but I think it's a North Star. You know what I mean? He is your compass. He is your direction. You follow him. He doesn't follow you. No man follows a woman. No man follows a woman. Because if he did, he wouldn't be a man. No man wants to be taken care of by a woman. If a man wants to be taken care of by a woman, then he's not a man. A man has purpose. A man is on assignment. He's on assignment to be the best thing he can be in life, especially a black man. Now, I want you to hear what this brother got to say, because he makes a lot of good points. Let's get it.
Some women claim they want a man to lead, want a man who speaks truth, who have wisdom, until they realize that truth doesn't exclude them. They want a leader until leadership feels personal. They want a real man until a real man challenges them. They want growth until growth requires accountability. At first, leadership feels sexy to women. You know what I'm talking about? You take initiative, you make decisions with confidence, and you give structure and order to the relationship. They like that shit. You know what I'm talking about? But leadership also means you correct when needed. You hold the emotional standard. Oh my God.
Let's break down the emotional standard. I love the way he talk, because he sound like he's from Houston down here where I'm at. Because we always say, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the emotional standard. What that means to me, gentlemen, my interpretation of that statement is this. You don't give a fuck about her tears. You don't care about her moods. You don't care about breaking her heart when it comes down to you being a leader. A leader is not designed to be liked. A leader is designed to be followed. So if you have to make decisions that rubs her the wrong way, but you're not doing it to be malicious, you're doing it because you have a vision. You're doing it because, hey, we might need to save our money right now. We don't need to go do all that right now. So we can save our money and do something bigger later, a year later, or 6 months later. Don't ever let a woman's mood, don't ever let a woman teary eyes shake you out of the position of manhood. A lot of men fold. A lot of men fold when they are around women that they genuinely care about. And when they see these women turn on the waterworks, they compromise, they bend, they fold, they become flimsy. They allow the woman to run over them. They begin to put the woman on a pedestal. They begin to exalt that woman to a plateau where she does not belong. The woman is never the head of a relationship. The man is the head of a relationship. And above him, of course, is God. But below him is the woman and the children. So when you make uncomfortable decisions, pat yourself on the back, gentlemen, because you're behaving like a leader. There are going to be decisions that she's going to be happy about, that she's going to agree with. Those are good days. And there's going to be decisions that need to be made that she's not going to be happy about and that she's not going to appreciate. She's going to break down in tears or she's going to get emotional. You check that. You tell her get her attitude right and help her to understand the vision that you have for the both of you. You understand me? So you control the emotional standard. You set the standard. Your crying, your tears, your whining is not going to manipulate the direction that I am going. That's the mindset that you should have. Let's keep going.
And you don't tolerate disrespect or chaos. And that's where the friction starts. You know what I'm talking about? And that's because now your leadership includes her behavior. And if she's not ready to be led, she's going to see leadership as control. A lot of times she might think you're trying to parent her. You're trying to always tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how that comes when they're not ready for real leadership. See, what they really be wanting is leadership that they can admire from a distance. They don't want a man to help lead them out of their emotional immaturity, because that's too much like right. Because that requires them to look that person in the mirror and self-reflect. And a lot of times it's too hard for a lot of women out here to do that.
A woman that cannot be, a woman that cannot be controlled by her man, her husband, her fiance, her boyfriend. A woman who cannot follow the leadership of a man is showing emotional immaturity. These women are so childish. You got a good man, you always holler that you want a good man, but when you get the good man, you don't know how to do good by him. So if a woman cannot follow your leadership, gentlemen, understand most likely she is not wife material, but she is a smash and dash, a musty back heifer with emotional immaturity. It takes an emotionally strong woman to follow the leadership of a man who is determined to be a success in life. It takes a strong woman to do that.
See, a real man is not going to validate her dysfunction. Let's talk about what a real man is, since a lot of women like to talk about what a real man is. Let me tell you what a real man is. A real man is not going to validate your dysfunction. A real man is not going to let you talk to him reckless. A real man is not going to shrink just to keep the peace. So the moment you call out her contradictions or set a boundary or hold your masculine frame when she's in her emotional spiral, she feels challenged. It's not fun anymore for her. You know what I'm talking about? She'll call you cold, controlling, arrogant. And it's not because you really are. It's because she used to letting men let her slide and get away with every fucking thing. Everybody say they want to grow. Everybody want a better version of themselves. But growth comes with a price. You know what I'm talking about? See, with growth, you got to face your ego. You got to admit when you're wrong. You got to change the part of you that's rooted in fear, trauma, pride, and bad habits. You got to change that part of you. That's the part most people, not just women, but most people run away from that part of it. They want to grow, but they don't want to take the steps to grow. They think growth is just something you think in your head and not understanding it's the action. You got to.
He's right. A lot of women don't have growth mindsets. When you are a child, man or woman, but let's talk about the woman. When you are a young lady, a daughter, haven't hit puberty, or you have hit puberty, but you have not reached adulthood, you're going to have childish ways. You're going to have childish mindsets. You're going to walk like a child, right? In order for you to be the woman that you want to be, there has to be some type of growth. If you want to have a good job as a woman, you have to grow with your skill sets, maybe academically. In order for you to get into a successful relationship, you have to have growth when it comes to your maturity. The problem is a lot of women are immature and selfish. I think if I say her name right, Sister Sharad, I never said her name right, Shahrazad Ali, excuse me. She said that most Black women don't mature past the age of 14, if I'm correct. And you see it every day. Grown women acting like children, temper tantrum, say everything. Anything come out their mouth without filter. Am I wrong? Let's keep going, Jack. We almost out of here.
Take certain actions to grow. So everything I'm saying, this don't just apply to women. This apply to everybody. But because I am a man that dates women, and I know this is a problem that I see a lot in relationships as far as women, you know, I'm speaking directly to my women, but this applies to everyone, man. If you really want to grow, if you really trying to become the best version of yourself, that would never happen if you can't take accountability, if you can't say when you're wrong, if you can't look yourself in the mirror and admit that you got some flaws and can't be mad when somebody point that shit out if you say you love them. You know what I'm talking about? So ladies, just ask yourself this. Do I really want a leader, or I still just want to tiptoe around and have one foot in and one foot out? Ask yourself that.
Oh boy, I think y'all might have seen me with my shirt off. That's my bad, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it the wrong way.
All of that. And
you know, hey, you seen what you saw, man. You ain't see me naked though. But anyway, what I'm going to tell you, Jack, is when he said accountability, one thing a woman has to also understand when it comes to accountability is not only owning up to the wrongs that you have committed. Accountability is also looking deep within and searching in your heart, what were the motivations that caused you to step out of line? What are the motivations that causes you to disrespect your man in such a way? What was the motivations? Was it lust? Was it greed? Was it pressure to fit in with your no good for nothing ratchet mustard back heifer friends? Why did you do what you did? Why do you enjoy doing certain things? And how can you root that out of your soul and your spirit? Can you dig it? That's what this is about, Jack. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, can't believe y'all might have seen my shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just sitting down this morning, man, drinking my coffee, but I wasn't naked though. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let this play anyway, because I don't edit anything. Might get me a stalker friend. Well, anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video, man. I hope I gave y'all some real game, man. Something to make y'all think a little bit. You know how I get down to Jeremy Hill Show. Hit that notification bell, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Share my content, man. I greatly appreciate it. Can you dig it? Or like that man sitting, like we say down here in the H-Town. Know what I'm talking about? Y'all take it easy now, here.